Well, good morning, everybody. It's that time again to share some thoughts with each other. Last week was definitely filled to overflowing with all kinds of joy, and it was such a positive week. I have been keeping on task in almost every area each day all week. That's not always the case, as I sometimes struggle more than others. I think all of us find that to be true for a variety of different reasons. The letter I am thinking about as today begins and a new week starts uh, in my journey to live my healthiest, happiest life is the letter K. While there are a bunch of K sounding words in the dictionary, many of them actually start with a C. And among the words whose first letters are K, there are a lot where the K is actually silent. English is definitely a fairly complex language, and it seems that there are many exceptions that actually prove the rule. To borrow an old comment from years ago. But we struggle through and make the best we can out of keeping our conversations as clear and precise as we possibly can so that we can understand each other. I have found that understanding is critically important whenever we're trying to give and to receive support. If we aren't clear about what we need, then we struggle in how to best help each other. And words may take on connotations that we never ever meant them to have because you can't always see the person who with whom you're talking and get cues from their body language and their facial expression. Uh, for me, as I was looking at the letter K, a thought came back from meetings I used to do about 10 years ago on a regular basis. And in these meetings, I actually had a symbol that I used for purposes of discussion to establish sort of a loose theme for what we were doing. And that symbol that I used and word for it is kangaroo. Yep, you heard me right. Kangaroo. And I seem very often to be similar to the kangaroo. Um, why do I say this? Well, kangaroos cannot back up. I don't know if you knew that about them, but they do not have the uh, structure, the muscles, the bones connected in the correct way to be able to back up. Uh, and that even for me includes I don't have the ability to go back in time and undo something that was done. I can look at it, learn from it, and move forward or change my direction, but I cannot go back in time and make changes. Uh, and when I realized that I could not go back in time and undo choices that I have made, uh, I had to focus more of my energy on my ability to learn from them, change, move forward, maybe in a slightly different direction, and actually do different. I can do different. I, I don't measure success in kilos or sizes. I measure it rather in improved quality of life and joy. Uh, that's what this journey through life for me is all about. How can you give and receive kindness, joy, love, helpfulness throughout the journey? Uh, that is where I find the most value. Checking in with myself frequently is critical for me. Looking to learn what seems to be working well in the moment. I noted this week dietary ads that I love and have been including them. I think we get in a rut in a dietary sense, very often, and we, without realizing it, begin to limit the variety that is available in our lives. Uh, so, at any rate, some of the things that I reintroduced this week and have been absolutely enjoying the heck out of, and feel better for having reintroduced them, is things like kale. And kelp and seaweed in sushi, and a bit more focus on the types of keto choices I am also making. Um, I had really gotten into a rut when it came to protein, and it's been fun to find more vegetable protein to throw into the mix this week instead of just sticking with animal protein, which for me, for some reason, always seems to be much more convenient. Also, I reintroduced kefir, which I truly loved. As well as other fermenting dairy products, just for the probiotics that they provide in my digestive system. I've also added back in kernel grains for a fiber boost, and I love the taste of them. They're easy to cook a batch in advance and have on hand when I need them. And these things have actually brought a kiss of kindness to my dietary plans. I've enjoyed meals that were quite different from what I had been eating the last few months. Like I said, I got into a rut and I was just pretty much doing what was convenient and handy that I always did. And meals now are truly much more delightful. I also, while I didn't sign up for a karate class, I did walk outdoors more and go back to my Tai Chi group because I really enjoy those movements and that focused time where I am aware of my body and how it is functioning. I find that truly relaxing and quite beneficial. Uh, and I find that these small tweaks have made an impact on how I feel, what progress I'm making. And I have not needed to do a major keyhole where I have turned everything around and had to relearn a whole bunch of stuff and do everything different. And they got me to really appreciate the significance of small changes that don't take away the time, energy, or thought, that are freeing and are fun for me throughout the days. I have a tendency to think sometimes that it's all or nothing. Well, that's not true. And I'm glad I reminded myself of that through this last week as I began to incorporate more things into my everyday routines. In the past few weeks, I've been talking with some of the people in my circle of friends, and particularly in this support group, who are best health travelers. And one word that has popped up in our conversations has been the word kick, and the need sometimes for a swift kick in my keister to provide a boost to reorient myself in a better directions. Sometimes I need to call myself up short and reevaluate where I am going and how I plan to get there. Making a kickstart, a fresh beginning, can be on my plan at any time that I wish. And I can choose to make changes at any point. I don't have to wait for an arbitrary certain time or day. I can change now if I think this is the time to do it. That is one of the beauties of planning, If it isn't working for you, then change it. It's okay to change. There is no day or date much better than any other for me. I'm not a January 1st resolutions type of person. Why should I put off things that I think will make a wonderful difference in my life until that far away? I mean, I'm looking 6 months away. If I do that, I can make the change right now if I think that is what will be the best quote date for me. Uh, so that was empowering to realize that the change is happening right now. And I don't have to knuckle under to a schedule uh, that has an artificial beginning and maybe an artificial ending as well. Uh, I can do what is necessary, take a knife and prune a little bit, or just canoodle about doing things differently. What can I do? Think about it. What would make me happier? What would make me more successful? Uh, can I put it in place now? Do I have what I need? Uh, it is for me a waste of time to be cranky or kvetch about tossing the krypton that surrounds you uh, somewhere else. Don't touch the krypton if you can avoid it. And don't worry about it. You'll get it out of there somehow, and your life will begin to gain strength again. Um, and being cranky really does not help anyone make any progress. I think positive attitude is actually, for me, what helps me make the most significant changes in my life. Instead, what I need to spend time doing is giving myself major kudos for good, positive changes in direction or implementation or whatever. There is no reason to kowtow to what somebody else is telling you is best for you. You can certainly benefit from sound advice, but it needs to fit with the way you live your life on a regular basis. And no one knows you better than yourself. And I don't think anyone knows when you're not being honest with yourself better than you do. Um, One of the things that is a telltale sign for me is how many excuses am I throwing out to the universe? Well, once that karma gets spread out there, it comes back. And are you living a life of excuses instead of a life that empowers your best efforts? Uh, I treasure keepsakes that I have learned through the years of the many kindnesses that people have showered upon me in this journey, the help they have given me, the honesty they have shared with me to help me see through some of the artificial roadblocks that I put up for myself. And I keep these things in what I call my Keystone Kit. You know, it's a place where I keep things I know to be true about me and about the world at large. I draw from it on a regular basis, especially when naysayers are trying to kill the momentum I am building toward living each day fully and vibrantly. These treasures in this Keystone Kit are the keys that help me keep unlocking new doors and making delightful new discoveries about the beauty of each day. Making hay while the sun shines is essential. Don't knock what's working. Embrace it. Enjoy it. Take advantage of it. Don't turn away from progress. Try to preserve and build. not kill the momentum. Uh, let's try to share the wonderful kaleidoscope of our lives with visual and written moments of truth. Turn that magic lens and the little bits of colorful glass uh, and watch them fall into beautiful patterns and colors that are like a tapestry of our lives, ever changing, ever beautiful, ever reflecting differently in the light of day or the dimness of the closing evening. Let's spread positive karma for good. Uh, what you give into the world, I do believe you receive back at least tenfold. So for me, the journey means I need to keep supporting my friends, my family, uh, my coworkers in their journeys, and that I need to provide support and nourishment for myself as I move in the direction of my dreams. I need to celebrate being a kangaroo. I need to hop out of bed with a smile and make the very best of every day. Changing direction when I need to a little bit, learning what has gone before, and being excited about what is on the horizon to next be discovered. So I am choosing kangaroo for my personal positive vocabulary today. Keep empowering yourself each day. And please take a moment to record the word or words the letter K represents on your PPV list, that personal positive vocabulary list. And also, please take just a moment to share with us words that begin with K that are significant with you. Who knows just how helpful your words may be when they are heard by other ears. Thanks a bunch, and I will definitely talk to you later. Bye for now.